Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Women's Tour, episode number 18. We're at the Cascade Cycling Classic. It's stage number 3 of 5. Requirement, win a stage. We've had a podium, but we have not won a stage, and it's looking like a quite difficult task. It's a really tough race for riders of our caliber. The opening climb to the stage outside of Heidi France, nearly the entire team was dropped on that opening climb, and that was without an attempted breakaway. But we made it. Like I said, barely, but we made it, and now find ourselves in a position of, well, still just hanging on, surviving. Need to set this up a little bit higher here. So Watabi, well off the back now. 4 minutes behind. Big gaps to multiple riders. Peloton at 82, but it's yo-yoing a lot. There's tons of undulation before we go into the final climb, which will not be an easy one. And already my support riders, Watabi out the back, Savage, Malkova struggling, Hardin just got dropped on pace alone, and Savage, what is going on here? Savage, where are you? Try to protect Hardin, will you? Get back up there. Malkova, Kelly, both struggling. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Savage now dropped. Malkova is out. Okay, Hardin in a group off the back, but they regain contact. Yo-yoing, and I think it's time that I put Hardin on protection duty. On Franz, we'll have a little bit of recovery time here in a moment, and not much uphill for a while, so Hardin should be able to stay put. Malkova, I already told you, not once, not twice, but there you go, automatic. And then Kelly, I want Kelly to go ahead and follow. So I have 3 riders left. 62 overall in the peloton, 27k to go. I have a feeling that we're going to slip down the order quite a bit. France, currently 4th place, just 4 seconds out of this race. But this is the kind of stage that, for us, will be a struggle. She's a 68 mountain, 65 resistance. Stamina not a factor today, as it was only 80-something kilometers. But the resistance and mountain climbing are difficult for us to survive with. We've got one more little uphill swing, and then the downhill after, and then we begin the final ascent, though it undulates. It's not straight up smooth. See an attack here. I'm not covering any of that off. Oh, we're even going into gravel. Yikes. All right, here we go. 10 kilometers, 1100. It's Kapka Butte. 5.7% average gradient. Been there. Alright, Hardin. Goodbye. And we'll wait for this little piece to go, and then it's going to swap. Kelly, protect France. I'm going to have to start hanging on here. Okay, second part of the climb. Another steep one, downhill. The third one is definitely longer. And we're seeing a little separation here. 7 riders off the front. And make that 9. Okay. We're in the group. Make that 32. Others also closing the gap. And it's back together, 45. Kelly, use your gel. This is the longest uphill, steep uphill section. Eases off a little bit before we go downhill. Now it's just 13 riders. Now it's just 9 riders. And Franz gets caught behind. We're going to have to accelerate a little bit to make that gap.
Finish line is getting close. The riders just passed the 5 kilometers road sign.
Alright. Group of 7. Well, that's a good sign that we're here. but keeping up with them is quite the challenge. Let's analyze what we have for the finalist group here. Prieto 72, Idland a 70. We're not too far off. Sant Esteban 72, but only 60 resistance. Ruth Winder, who we are targeting, she's a 73, but only a 62 resistance. Carastiza Ujoa, a 70 with 64 resistance, and the current race leader, Lima, who's just a 69, 63, better on hills. Today, I'm a 71, 68, so I have a tiny chance. I mean, there's no total dominant force here, but I don't look like I'm going to hang on much longer. The race leader has gone out the back. Lima has been dropped. Heidi hanging on, but I think we're about to see another split, and she can't cover it off as we're at the back of the group. Okay, Gel 1.8. Yep, here we go. Top two have ridden away from us. We're with Prieto and Ujoa, Winder, and Santis Steben riding away with this thing. We are just hanging on to these front riders. Final 500 meters. 400 meters. The one that I have trouble saying takes the win. Ruth Winder takes second. I get fourth place on the stage, which is fantastic, and it does keep us up there in the overall standings. Might be enough to move up into third place, potentially, as Lima, the race leader, was definitely behind us and lost certainly more than 4 seconds. Time bonuses to the front three, though, so Prieto, as long as they're within 4 seconds of me, will be ahead of me, so maybe still fourth. So we're in a good position on the overall, which is awesome. But it's a stage win they were looking for, and that's looking like it's not going to happen with 2 stages to go, most likely. But the overall can really make up for it.
And here are the key moments of the race.
Alright, so 44 seconds, same time together, other than, I'm surprised we got same time as Winder, because I thought she was a little bit ahead of us. I knew the 3 of us would have same time, but gaps behind, so that's good. Santa Steben takes the lead. Ruth Winder is second. We are 4 seconds behind in third place. 2 seconds ahead of Prieto, as I predicted on that part. And yeah, good. Lima drops to 7th at 3:10. And we've got a potential podium overall, and I think that will more than make up for the failed sponsor objective. Remember, second place on a stage might be really good, but the sponsor, for whatever reason, when it comes to stage victories or not, they don't look at second tier as success or partial success or only slight failure. If you don't win a stage, you just get the big red X, period. Stage 4, very short sprint stage. So we're already down to the final 10K. It was only 40 kilometers in length, so it's been flat out. The breakaway group is literally still trying to establish itself, but they only have an 18-second lead and have got to be reaching total exhaustion of about 25-30K of full attack. This is a difficult one because I don't have regular sprinters here, but Savage and Malkova are my obvious lead-out riders. So I actually do have some chance with that. Go Harden has the flat rating, Kelly also, and then Watabi and Gel, and then we're going to go almost flat out from the get-go because it's just 9K to go and Watabi's at the front and everybody's right there close. Let's take the side of the road that's open.
The riders are closing on the last 8 kilometers of the stage, which will most likely end up in a mass sprint. That's the end of the breakaway.
Watabi really struggling to get us anywhere. Savage, France, there we go. Okay, finally the breakaway's caught. And it's 7K now, and Watabi's nearly done. And we're seeing another. These are late breakaway attempts. Kelly riding clear, but not going anywhere. I still can't get clean air. France hanging back way too far. Wasting energy getting up there. Okay, there we go. 4K. Alright, Kelly, you're going to start your sprint. 3K. Harden, start your sprint.
Attack with the finishing line within reach. And they're up.
Malkova, 1.8K. We're in a decent position here for a change. And finally, the sprint all in Savage, 800 meters in the prime position. Come on now. Come on now. There go the actual sprinters. Oh, too early for them. Here comes Heidi Franz over the top. She'll take 4th.
Fabulous.
But the actual sprinters go and claim it pretty easily. Franz 4th. Savage 6th. Malkova 7th. We keep getting decent results for a team of our caliber, but no wins. Big old gap here, but it's a sprint stage. They won't give it. They never do. And rightfully so on a sprint stage anyway. That was just the sprint group. One stage left to go. It's a punchy one. Also, before we jump into it real quick, for this series, I will at least do dossiers, regardless. But this series could come to a rather abrupt end, other than getting through and trying to sign our writers for next season, August 1st. Not necessarily just dossiers, but the signings for next season, just so we can know what could be or would be for next season. But the reality is, PCM20, gotta hang your hands in the air if you've been tracking, following. The release date is supposed to be June 4th. That's less than a week away. Console keeps trying to say it's confirmed for June 4th. Their Tour de France version, which is just title change, same game. PC version on Steam, still hanging in the air as coming soon and no release date included. There was rumor that that meant that it was being delayed, COVID-19 related, like so many other titles in entertainment, regardless of what form of entertainment. Kind of life in general, things have been on a bit of a hiatus. As for the June 4th part, every indication is that it's still June 4th. Other than that, it's just listed as coming soon. Nothing official about a delay has been put out. And lots of official things about June 4th has been released. So it's yeah, you gotta kind of just shrug the shoulders and go, I don't know. So, I don't know. I'm preparing for June 4th just in case. I'm kind of 50-50 on whether it's going to end up releasing on June 4th or not. If it does, then I will quickly move on. Like I said, this series, I will at least get to August 1st and the signing period, and we'll see, what happens. This is the climb, the one and only. We get over the secondary climb before hitting the third climb.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Is where the finish line is. I will set these guys to task here in a little bit. So that's second climb now. Very steep. This is brutal. Downhill. 1K to go. Little bit uphill again. And there's the finish line. So it's actually it's a good ways up the third climb. Wow, Harden, everybody got dropped. Jeez. First time through the climb and almost everybody's out the back. Even though it wasn't showing blinking red, it's just splits happened. We had slid back a bit, but splits happen. Savage, go ahead and protect Franz, since it's just the two of you up here right now. Everybody else, we'll hope they can cover down. Nope, here we go again. Second time through the climb, and we have not regained contact. I have a feeling that this is it. This peloton, it's not going to come back together again. Breakaway has just 2 riders. Savage is already nearly done. This peloton's getting small, fast. 1 climb, and then 2. Franz is officially dropped. It's back together. Now it's just 13 riders. And yeah, I think we're done. All these riders out the back. It was just too much, too hard. They're not at the back anymore, but the gaps are huge. So 29 riders in the peloton, and Heidi Franz is by herself already after just 2 laps, and we've got 2 to go. Get yourself some water. Seeing a lot of pink and blue. That team's mostly here still. A lot of blue and white. So there's a couple teams, strong teams. Breakaway's done. They've been caught. 31 riders. 30 riders. It's actually... Whoa! Franz? How did we get solo there for a moment? That was weird. I'm not... I'm maintained position here. I'm not leading this thing. Ooh, up to 57? No. Down to 12. 12 riders. 1 lap to go. 14K. Okay, back up to 16. Malkova's a minute behind. 59 seconds. It's the next group on the road.
A team leader is falling behind. A rider is looking to give the pack the slip.
That is one of the climbers. But I'll let others do the chase.
The rider's just past the 10 kilometers road sign.
Just trying to keep position without using much energy here. 8K to go. Malkova suddenly a minute and a half behind, so just goes to show where we're at on that front. We're going to use gel here pretty soon. Okay, we've dropped a couple of riders, so this chase is pretty intense, and here it goes.
5 kilometers to the finish line.
Front rider's caught. 4 riders away, make that 3 riders away. Trying to pace myself through this.
Very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
We are 6 chasing 2. Over the top of the first climb. 2 to go. Three chasing 2. Still trying to pace. 2 chasing 3. Looks like I'm about to be a lock on 4th place. And I am. 600 meters. Have they done too much? Can I get up to about 2nd? Santa Sebastian has won. Winder 2nd. Wiles 3rd. They're coming back at me. Sprint, 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 sprint. Wiles takes 3rd. I get 4th. Idland 5th. And then big gaps to everybody else. Good result. But not a win. But it's definitely, overall, should be 3rd place. The 2 at the front were already the 2 at the front. I was next in line, so I definitely won't catch and pass them. And Wiles was not there last time around, so Wiles will be down the order a bit. That was so weird, though, that literally the first lap just blew up the field. And even though I was putting in a decent amount of effort for all my riders, the field just split and split and split and split. None of them were dropped purely on pace, but all the splits, skinny road, very steep, just did the damage. Time cut already. 19 minutes.
We've selected the following highlights for you.
.38 seconds, 4th place, and yes, we do comfortably hang on. So we get a podium for the race. I think that's got to have a positive positive effect and counterbalance the whole fact that we didn't actually win at stage. I think we're okay on that effect. Wiles ended up moving up to 6th place. But you can see the strength of Ruth Winder, who we are targeting for next season. So hopefully we can get her to join us. Did get the under 25s, so that'll come with some bonus points. 3rd as a team. Alcova starting a fitness peak. Apparently started today. And let's see how that sponsor confidence comes out by tomorrow. Yeah, we're okay. Did end up getting hurt. Prize money, 5,000. Not great. I know you're constantly complaining about training with Jackstrap, but nobody has the training for that. And you can see there, total failure. We took 2nd on a stage. We took 3rd in the race, and yet, oh, they're not happy. Wish that there was, you know, a better system on that, but whatever. Whatever. Okay, just 2 races left till the deadline, till the end of July, so the USA Championships could have an effect, but I doubt it. I think at this point we're comfortably secure. There's that plus that countered the effect, and I'm assuming here as well, yes, Heidi Franz, huge pluses on the registered riders front. So we're good to go on our sponsorship for the season. That part is taken care of. In which case, it is time to really just scoot forward to that signing date. So I will see you on July 31st. We're going to move forward 2 months. I'm going to be quick simming through everything. USA Championships. Okay. We'll get one in. So we'll do USA Championships, and then we'll go to signing day, July 31st. The real signing day, August 1st. Of course, I'll add in some dossiers, but 6 points, that's not a big deal. It's not going to make a huge impact. We're a low-level team that really struggles to recruit talent as it is right now. But that way, guaranteed, if a June 4th release does happen, at least we got that far so we knew what this team could become next season. By the way, this crazy hard start, this is how I'm going to be starting my career mode for PCM20, not with the women's tour database, but for regular database and on the hardest difficulty. So we're going to take the worst team we can get our hands on, and 4 days a week, at least for a while. New episodes of that, 3 days a week on the Pro Cyclist. So we're going to have a new episode of Pro Cycling Manager 20 every single day. I'm going to wrap up all of my PCM19 series whenever that release ends up happening, and we'll go straight into that. But it's going to be the hardest start possible. Worst to first is the objective on that career mode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.